Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today we are going to do a fun little thing. Now, all year long, I thought it would be fun if I would keep track of all the books that I have checked out from my local library, the ones that I read and the ones that I utilized, and kept track to see how much money that would save me. So how much money did the library save me this year? Now, I only included books that I read and completed. I didn't include anything that I did not read or that I just checked out and then took back. I didn't include those because they did not stay, I didn't read them. So I'm not going to include those, but I'm including ones that I checked out, I read. This is going to include physical books, ebooks, and audiobooks as well, because I check out all three from my library. I'm going to tell you what book it was, what the format was, and how much money it would have cost me at the time that I read this book. So the prices change all the time, especially with ebooks. Sometimes they go on sale, they fluctuate. Same with physical books. They can go up and down. You get them from different places. They cost different money. So I decided that I would look at the prices for the books where I would normally buy books, so Amazon. And for audiobooks, I would look at Audible and just see how much that would work. And then for ebooks, Amazon as well, because I have a Kindle, so that's how I read ebooks. So at the time that I read these books, this is how much it cost me. And that would have been what I would have paid for it reading it at that time. So I hope that makes sense. And we're going to see how much I saved over the entire year of 2020. So I kept track in my planner. Here I have a whole list of them. Okay, so for the first one, I checked out a cookbook, which I don't do often enough. I really should grab cookbooks more because I have a collection of cookbooks upstairs, but I don't always grab them. I don't use them a whole lot. I tend to just get on the internet and find something. But I did check out an Instapot cookbook because I had just gotten an Instapot and I wanted to, try to make some things from it. So if I had gotten that book on Amazon, it would have been $10 at the time. So that's one. The next one was The Other People. This is by CJ Tudor, and I got the hardback of this one because that was a brand new release. And at the time, it was $17.29 on Amazon if I had just purchased it from Amazon and read it that way. So the next one is And Every Morning The Way Home Gets Longer and Longer by Frederick Bachman. I'm pretty sure that's the full title of it. And this one, it was a hardcover as well. It's like a little short, smaller book, and it was $11.49 when I read it. The next one is a novella, actually, that I got on ebook through my library, and that is Beautiful, that word. And that was $4.99 when I read it. So that's a novella in the Beautiful Bastard series by Christina Lauren. And I didn't want to buy the novellas. I just wanted to kind of, just read them and be good. Not something I really have the desire to own. Okay, the next one is The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. This is the first collection of novellas in the Witcher series. And I listened to that on audiobook through my library. Audiobooks are expensive, so I saved $25.08 on that. Audiobooks are not cheap, you guys. It's kind of crazy. That's why Audible, Libro FM, Scribd, any of those monthly services, always highly recommend those, especially Libro FM, because they also donate money to a local bookstore that you pick. But it's just, they're expensive. So the $14.99 a month is worth it. Okay. The Duchess Deal is the next one that I also checked out on ebook. And this is by Tessa Dare. This is the first book in her, the Duke, Girl Meets Duke series. That's what it is, that I'm completely obsessed with. So the first one was $5.99. And I did that on ebook. The second book in that series, I also got on ebook from the library, The Governess Game, and that was $4.49. I also got the third book from my library on ebook, and that is $4.49. So, yep, I read all three of those on ebook from my library. The next one is another novella in the Beautiful Bastard series, and that is Beautiful Bombshell. So I got that on ebook as well for, it was $3.99. And then the next one was the first book in a historical romance series, and that's Destiny's Embrace. This is by Beverly Jenkins, and I got that on ebook for $1.99. So that was one that at the time that I read it, it was on sale. So I could have bought it and, all that. I just wasn't sure how I was going to like it or not. So I just went ahead and got it from my library and it was available. So I went ahead and did that. The next one is actually interesting. This one is called Insta Style, and I got this physically. It was a paperback, and the intention was I was trying to work on my Instagram and trying to, take better pictures and just be more present there and all that stuff. I'm still working on that. So I thought maybe something like this would help me with styling and give me some ideas and all that, but it kind of really didn't. It's by an Instagrammer who has a huge following. She's also someone who travels all the time and has all these like beautiful pictures, which is great for her. That's not me. So it didn't really help me all that much. It was beautiful. There were beautiful pictures throughout, but it just wasn't it wasn't what I was looking for. So yeah. The next one, actually the last one, is Big Dreams, Daily Joys. This is by Elise Blaha-Kripe, and I got this one in paperback, and at the time I would have paid $12.99 for that one. And that one I did read cover to cover. It was fantastic. Loved it. It's all about goal setting and, tips and tricks and all that stuff. It was great. So, totals. So if I had spent all of that money on these books that I read this year and that I went through, I would have spent $116.78. So that's a decent chunk of change there. So I'm happy about that I was able to save some of that money, especially with things like the cookbook and the Instagram book and all that stuff. That's not necessarily things I want to keep in my house all the time. So yeah, and those are the types of books that are not guaranteed to be what you need and that are going to help you. So, yeah. So I thought that was kind of an interesting experiment just to kind of see the numbers and all that. And I got the inspiration for that because when I go to my library and I check books out, it will print out the amount of money that you saved from the books that you checked out. So I thought that was really cool. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to kind of just think about how much this is going to save me all year long? And then I wanted to include the ebooks and the audiobooks as well, because I do that quite often. So that was very interesting. Okay, guys, so let me know down below your thoughts. How often do you utilize your library? Do you use your library for certain types of books, like cookbooks or how-to books or self-help books, or just things that you're just not quite sure about at first, if you want to own or not? Do you just go and browse and get whatever you want? Do you get most of your books from the library? Let me know your library habits down below. And I do want to preface that I did not include any of the books that I currently have out from the library, which I just posted, because I haven't read any of them yet. So those are not going to be included on this list. Hopefully I can get to some before the end of the year. We'll see. But yeah. Okay. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.